Yeah, am I audible, everyone? If someone could confirm.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
All right, thank you for confirming. So, good evening, everyone. We'll be starting in a couple of minutes. Thank you all for joining us today. While we wait for others to join, I would love to know where you are joining from. Feel free to mention your city, college name, or university name in the chat box.
Hello, sir. Good evening. My name is Jia Javed, and I am a
No, no,
second year BBLLB
sorry,
student at
sorry to interrupt, Jia. You should drop in the chat box because
Sorry,
it
sir.
will. Yes, please be on mute,
Okay,
everybody.
okay, sir. No problem. Sorry,
No
sir.
issues.
Sorry, sir.
No issues. Okay, great. So we have participants from Nigeria, we have participants from Zambia, Pakistan. We don't have people from India, finally. Yes. Someone from Lucknow University, Shivaji University. We have got people from Dubai. Welcome you all. We'll begin shortly. All right, thank you for the introductions, guys. Let's start. On behalf of the Legal Quorum, uh, I really extend a very warm welcome to each one of you joining us. My name is Manish, and I am the co-founder and managing editor of the Legal Quorum. It genuinely makes me feel happy to see so many law students, young professionals joining us today. So, at the Legal Quorum, we always believe that legal education should reach beyond textbooks and classroom discussions. While learning of law is essential, learning how to communicate is more important. That is exactly why we organize sessions like these, where students can directly engage with experienced professionals who have walked the paths we, many of us aspire to move on to. So, for the today's webinar, the topic is courtroom confidence: how to perform under pressure when it matters the most. Now, I think every law student can relate to this topic because whether it's your first moot court, whether it's your viva or something, confidence is something which you cannot ignore, right? You might be knowing the provisions, you might be knowing the judgments, you might have jotted down everything. But when it comes to speaking, our mind goes completely blank, isn't it? Our voice starts trembling, our hand suddenly starts shaking. So the good news is confidence is not something which one is born with. It is a skill that can be acquired throughout the lifetime. So this is what I feel this session will help you with. So we have a very special guest with us today. And to deal with this topic, we could not have asked for a better speaker. We have with us Dr. Charu Zelawat. Dr. Zelawat is a lawyer, an educator, mentor, and the founder of LearnWise Law. She brings over 15 years of experience across litigation, legal advisory, legal research, academia, and professional training. Currently based in Reading, United Kingdom, she continues to work extensively with law students, advocates, educational institutions across India and at the global level. Her work focuses on helping law students bridging the gap between academic knowledge and professional excellence. Her areas of expertise include courtroom confidence, advocacy skills, moot court training, legal communication, career strategy for law students, and ethical usage of AI in legal practice. She has mentored countless aspiring lawyers and has consistently empowered students to become not just better law graduates but better professionals. Ma'am, we are truly honored to have you today, and I welcome you to this virtual floor, ma'am.
Thank you so much, and what a warm welcome. The Legal Quorum team is actually treating me really well. And whatever I thought of speaking about myself, you have already told everyone, all the lawyers over here. So, thank you so much. And let's start with the session because it is going to be a powerful, impactful session. And I really don't want to lose even a single session, a second of you guys in learning how to be fearless in courtroom and how to be prepared for all the high stake communication we interact on day to day basis. So Manish, I'll just share my screen. Just give me a second. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. Oh,
Can
sorry.
all of
Yes,
you
ma'am,
drop in
it is
a
visible.
heart to let me know if it is visible?
It is visible, ma'am.
Perfect. All right. So I am Dr. Charu Zelawat, and I'm not here to lecture you about anything related to law per se, because you already are doing it and you know better than me. I'm very sure on that. But what about managing the pressure to present whatever we are learning? It's about what happens when you know the law, but the pressure makes it more difficult. So there is one word we all are looking for right now, which was rightly presented in my introduction, was confidence. How many of us know what confidence is, yet we find it difficult to incorporate in us? But the confidence is identified, or rather I would say valued, when we place ourselves in different setting. Right now the setting we are talking about is courtroom. And courtroom is just not how we interact with the judge or opposing counsel. Courtroom by here means all the interaction we do wearing the black coat with the clients, while we are negotiating, while we are talking to our seniors in the chamber, while we are doing peer to peer interaction. Everything comes within this word courtroom. But what about courtroom? It is about performing under pressure in this profession we are. I welcome you all. I have told about myself long enough. I really want you to just move in. Can you just quickly pop up in the chat box about what is the counter? What is the thing we are fighting for right now? What do you feel when you are standing in front of a judge or your mentor or your moot court judges or your seniors? What is one thing what you fear in your heart? What you have in your heart, and what do you want to counter? Can you just put it in quickly in the chat box so that I can see? One word which we all want to fight against. It's fear. So I have worked under plenty of designated senior advocates, and I have interviewed for my PhD a couple of designated senior advocate. I'm expressingly saying that because one question I do not hesitate in asking them, that is, sir, ma'am, do you still fear in court whenever you're standing, you're appearing, whenever you're talking to your clients after so many years of experience? And their answer is always a yes. So, what kind of fear are we looking into? The fear of freezing. What if I don't know the answer? What if I'm not able to articulate my thoughts? What if my preparation is insufficient? But the biggest would be, how am I able to cope up with the fear of freezing despite of all the preparation I've done? The common thread over here is fear, because if you see yourself with any person of authority, when you're going for any communication with a person of authority, you are the same person. Your preparation is similar. Places are different, but the reason is the same. We are here to identify that reason and to prepare ourselves how to overcome it. Are you guys ready for it? So I will just walk you through a day in your life. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. So first day in your life might be, first hour, first part is that you go to the court, or you simply talk to your clients. You are with your opposing counsel, negotiating, arguing about something. You are in the chamber. You are kind of interacting with the seniors or probably taking orders. Last but not the least is peer-to-peer communication. This is a basic day in all of our life. Even if we are student or we are advocates, at any point in time, in one day, this becomes part of our journey. But we freeze. Quickly pop up in the chat one particular place you want me to train you in particular so that you do not freeze, or you are like invincible. I can go over there and I can do it. Which place would it be? Would it be the court? Would it be facing the clients? Would it be talking to your senior, demanding something from your senior? Would it be peer-to-peer communication? What would it be? If you can just pop it in the chat box, it will be lovely. It will be even beneficial for all of you to understand where your fear lies. And while you do it, I want to speak about something which is this beautiful flower. This is our life. This is a lawyer's life. We fear judges' question. We fear how to explain bad news or the reality to the client. The biggest fear I had was negotiating, because I knew things can go really sour when two similar level people meet. Then is the chamber discussion. Then is the professional setting, when we are in the bar, we are in any kind of meeting, any kind of professional party. We don't know how to stand in front of a couple of people who are above us in authority. Let's dig a bit deeper into the problem, and then we'll be able to understand the solution, our personality, and incorporation even better. The fear of being judged is something we are looking at in particular. So we are not here to blame the place. We are just here to tackle the pressure. We have just known that even the senior lawyers, advocates, even judges, they fear about something or the else whenever they are in public domain. We need to know, how do they overcome it? Do we need to cross 20 years of our profession to reach at that point? Or can we train ourselves today itself so that we are better than our contemporaries? Putting you in a position where you should be asking me, but Charu, why is this happening? What is this common thread that all of us are facing, including me? I also face the same thing. So I delved a little bit deeper. During my PhD days, I was doing a lot of research and I was getting into why of everything. So the why of our fear is this thing. So it is not that we are in front of the judge. It is not that we are in front of some senior advocate. It is not the fear of anything else. Our mind perceives a particular situation as a trigger. The particular situation over here can be anything. Can also be, just get into a situation where I asked you to explain a simple legal theory to a 5-year-old child, to a 10-year-old child, to a 15-year-old child. There you will find yourself in a situation of authority and you'll be very comfortable. But if you need to explain the same set of theories to one of your uncle who is kind of very strict and rude in your family, your sentences will differ. You'll kind of, fumble. Why? Because that particular thing your mind has taken as a trigger, which creates the fear response. The fear response in our head gets transmitted to our body through our blood. And you remember goosebumps happens and there is butterfly in our tummy and hands shiver and legs shiver. That is because that cortisol stress level is all over our body. And our logical thinking just gets disabled. Isn't this fantastic? Fantastic to at least know the reason why all of this happened. All of this, like shaking, blank mind, voice changes, freezing. So out of these 4 things, I've just categorized it like, in a very broader umbrella terms about these 4 words. What actually happens with you? Just put yourself in one situation. You must have been at one point in time. What happened with you? Did you freeze? Were you shaking? Did your mind go blank? Did your voice change? Did you have butterflies in your tummy? Did your heart just started to pump further? What happened? Just put it in the chat box because it will be really interesting for you to know that you are not alone. I'll just give you a couple of seconds so that you can put it there. So there's a story. I'm also a company secretary, so there was a training, and we were just having a couple of discussion, and the lead speaker just asked one random question. Without any thoughts, I just took my hand up without any realization that why did I do? I did not even have an answer, but I just did it. I stood up, I spoke. I don't remember what did I speak. I don't even remember what the question was. All I remember, so many years down the lane, till date, is that my lower body was trembling. My feet, my leg, my thighs were like this. If somebody would see, they would think that there's something abnormal in my body. But I recognized that I have the charge, I have the ability to speak, but these fear responses or trigger should not come in between. Hence, I delved a little deeper, and here is what I get to know, that our brain, human brain, does not know how to distinguish, between a judge asking question or any kind of authority level. Even if you're a student and a teacher just randomly picks you up and just give me an answer, we kind of shiver. We don't have confidence, even if we know the answer. Because the trigger is there. We need to tame that trigger. We need to tame our mind to understand that it's okay, I'm prepared, I can manage it. So now is the right time for me to introduce you to a special guest which will be with us for a long time during our discussion throughout, and you are going to enjoy knowing her journey. So that guest is a lawyer, and she has a secret to share with you. She's a lawyer. Oh, no guesses. She is a lawyer, that lawyer which you all must find around you, or let's just say a speaker which we all have around us, one speaker or two speaker who we look up to, a lawyer who we look up to, that they're well prepared, they're well articulated, they know how to counter the opponent, they know how to give back to the judge where in the nicest tone possible. They are well loved by their peers, they're well respected by the chamber. Let's, for the sake of convenience, let's call her Tina. Okay, her name is Tina. Back when she goes home or the office where she's sitting on her desk, she is that confident lawyer who has her fears, who has her level of inhibitions, who is not as confident as she looks. But what makes her different from us? Why is she so better than us? Because Tina has a secret. Her secret is a system. Now, what is that system? A system is the idea of having a system is actually at the heart of most of my work with you guys, with law students and young lawyers, where I work on the spaces that law schools are often neglecting or ignoring. They have still not uncovered in entirety how a lawyer should prepare, how you should communicate, how you should perform under pressure, how you should use AI in this stage. The responsibility lies within us, and where this is the gap I am trying to bridge. So today, of course, it's not about everything else. I have just picked up one problem which I want to solve just for you guys, which is confidence under pressure. So similarly, at the end of the session, I will hand over to you one simple system which you can follow as a ritual so that you are this Tina who's standing in front of you. Are you guys excited? Can you drop in a thumbs up that yes, you are excited. You want to be that confident lawyer who is accepting that she or he has fears, but they know how to manage it because they have the system which I will be giving you at the by the end of the session. Are you excited? Well, shift number one. So let's get into action right now. This is the shift number one, which is the mindset shift I want you to do. Just give your 100% attention, nothing more than that. 100% attention to how you can change your mindset from fear of, oh my God, they're judging me. Do you think a judge is there to judge you? No. The judge is there for some other reason. Do you think your opponent is just to pin you down? Is that his profession? No. But how do you change your mindset from fear to something else? It is by simply accepting, grounding yourself, and relishing the benefits of what profession we are in. By taming that fear as understanding is that I am doing some service. What service? What is this? The judge is there to evaluate your argument, not you as a person. The judge does not want you to impress him. He doesn't care about anything else apart from your argument, which you have prepared well in advance in your office, on your desk, on your computer. The client only wants solution. You are there to serve them that solution. Your each step would be towards that. The client is perceiving you like that. Be humble, get on the ground, and you'll see that this is very simple once we change our thought process. The opposing counsel is not getting paid to pin that particular advocate down. He or she is there to test your strength, that how well you come back, how well you counter, how well you respond, how well you don't go blank, even when you don't have the answer. Your peers are there to see your professionalism. Be the best, even if you know in your heart that you lack something. No, they just value your professionalism. So, from, oh my God, that judge is judging me. No, I am here to serve him. I am prepared. I have everything what these people who I have written in pink color, whatever they want. I'm all prepared for it. I'll tell you a short story over here that when I was preparing for my PhD Viva, I was into the same fear because there was a panel who's going to ask me, who's going to throw me questions I may not be prepared of. And I was, and whole of my degree was under question, under focus radar over there. So one particular line which my guide told me just stayed with me. Despite of all the preparation she did it for me, this one line was gold, is still is. She said, Charu, nobody knows this topic better than you. You have put in 5 years of your life researching about this topic. This topic is your baby, and nobody knows your baby better than you. Trust me, people, that was game changing. I was there in a better position with my spine straight in front of the panel. I had answers of few. I did not had answer for few, but I had the confidence that I can convince them. And it happened. Shift number 2. Okay, is it getting too heavy? Do you want a minute's break just to drink some water or wrap your head around what we are doing? Because right now, whatever we are doing is completely new. This particular session I've created for you guys, it's nowhere available till now. So is it a lot to handle, or you guys are comfortable, at ease, not getting overwhelmed or intimidated by whatever information I'm throwing? Are you guys at ease? Say yes or no. Say yes or no. Do you want me to slow down for a second, give you 30 seconds? Or should we just hop on to shift number 2? Okay, somehow I'm not able to see the chat. So I will start because I don't want to lose even a single second with you guys.
It's actually sinking.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you. Yeah, can you get back again?
It's sinking deep in our minds. We are reflecting on it.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Okay, so let's just, get the gearbox running and fuel up high and go to shift number 2. Now we have realized that we are here to serve, and that we all realize that legal profession is a social service. We are there to serve the needy, right? So the shift number 2 would be, who are we serving? Are we serving the judges, clients, opposing counsel, chamber? Yes, but are we chasing perfection? Do they want us to be perfect? No, they want us to be CLEAR, clear. There will be time, as I mentioned about my PhD viva, that there were a couple of questions which I did not know the answer of. But I was very clear in my mind that either I know it or I don't know it. If I don't know it, I know how to present myself in front of, rather than beating around the bush, pretending that I know the answer. So nobody in our profession, whichever part of world you're going, I have students from UK. I am sitting in UK right now. I have students from UK, Canada, and US. And no legal system wants you to be perfect. They want you to be clear, because judges want something which they are very clear about. The client needs reassurance. The opposing counsel needs you to be direct. The chamber sees your effort. So from now onwards, instead of chasing perfection, that, oh my God, I need to be perfect about everything. I'll tell you, when I was starting this session, even I was having jitters. But I was completely taken aback when I was looking into my presentation and thinking that no, I'm here to serve my students. I'm here to walk with them a step forward towards their issues, towards their problem. I don't want to be perfect. There may be certain things which you will find that, oh my God, this is not perfect. But I'm not chasing perfection. I'm chasing that I need to be clear with whatever preparation I've done. It should get communicated to you in the best possible way. So instead of saying that I want to be perfect, no, we will now be saying that I need to be clear. Yes or no? Yes. So let's hop on to the next mindset shift, which Tina started with. Okay, I just forgot one thing. Oh, you know what? You all know Tina. Whichever part of world you are coming from, I'll tell at the end of the session who this person Tina is. You all know Tina. You will be able to relate to her by the end of the session. Right now, for the sake, I'm just anonymizing her personality, calling her Tina. But you all know her. So we'll hop on to the next mindset shift, which Tina adopted in order to get into a system, was shift number 3, is asking herself, what if I fail? This is a negative manifestation I think all the humans tend to get into. What if? What if this happened? What if I'm not able to give what I've prepared for? What if people start judging me? What if I'm not able to win the case? What if I'm able to do this, that? Yay. No. We are here to shift our gear from fail to what if I succeed? So I will not at the moment start with the common dialogue which all the pep talks people do, that the chances of failing and success is equal and all. We all know that, yes. Then why aren't we giving power and thoughts to the word succeed? But what if I tell you that the judge, one bad answer will not make you fail. Honesty will build trust. Knowing your limits shows strength. Peers, they just want you to be respectful towards them. So I have created one cheat sheet of all the dialogues I use whenever I think that I'm going south, whenever I think that I'm going blank, whenever I think that I'm not able to recoup with whatever has happened at that point in time. So I have created a cheat sheet which I'll be happy to share with you in due time. And that cheat sheet helps me when things in real time doesn't happen the way I have planned. Leads us to shift number 4. This is again the mind shift shift number 4, which is from performance to conversation. Think of it. You are taking certain kind of training to be a lawyer. Now you are as equal as anyone around the world. Definitely can be less experienced, definitely less exposed with given resources you have in hand. I do have students who come and the first question they impose on me is that, ma'am, I'm not from NLU. How do I make myself better? How do I make myself comparable to a student who is from NLU, or a lawyer who is from NLUs, or from any reputed institution around the world? Please do not compare yourself. The only difference between student who is learning from a non-elite legal school in comparison to the elite legal school is the exposure they are getting. The study is the same. The intelligence, what a particular person, if you put me in a normal school and put me in an elite, so-called elite school, my intelligence will be the same. It's just the experience, it's just the exposure which will shape me. And at the end, it transient into the conversation you are doing. So you'll have to shift your thought process that probably you'll have to work a little harder to reach where they already are. But can't you do it? So never, never, ever tag yourself that I'm from non-NLU school or non-elite law school. Just identify your shortcomings and work for it. Isn't that easy? So we are not going to the court. There is no screen over there. There is no Netflix performance which we need to deliver. We are just going to have a conversation with the judge where the judge will be asking us questions and we'll be responding to them. We'll be clarifying the situation we are in. Now, I'll tell you, I have created a course known as Courtroom Confidence, Fearless in Courtroom. In that, there is a section where I teach the students how to judge and analyze a person of authority. For example, if you are in a moot court and there is a panel of 5 judges over there, how to analyze each one's personality so that you can talk in their term. There are judges who are very friendly, there are judges who are very direct and strict, there are judges who are traditional in approach, there are judges who are reformative in approach. Once you identify the strengths and weaknesses of each judge, you'll be able to get into a better level of conversation with them. And one cliffhanger I will leave is, especially with judge, that whenever judge is giving you any question, any they're demanding any solution from them, that particular question from them is a direction for your answer. There's a lot to discuss. Probably sooner or later, I'll share the link of that particular course of mine and we can get into another training session. But yes, we are not there to perform, we are there to converse. We are just doing the dialogue. It's just that the parties are changing. It's just the way we talk will change. It's just the environment in which we are, which will change. I'll give you a kind of a broad perspective that how at ease you are when you're talking to your parents. How your body language changes when some stranger comes in your home and asks the same question, like, what did you do at college today? And you're like, oh, they'll judge me. No, just try to create a conversation depending upon the person who's over there. So the shift I have incorporated in myself is from speaking what I want to speak to speaking what the other person wants to hear. It's been 4 years that I'm in UK. I have always been in India, studying over there, working over there. So I was kind of attuned to people and their thought process over there. The moment I shift to UK, I thought, oh my God, I've lost everything what I've trained myself for. Here, people are different. Here, language is different. I'm telling you, the way we speak English is quite different to what they speak over here. The language, the flow, the directness, everything is different. And when somebody would ask me that, tell me about yourself, where are you from? I would just start from the beginning. Oh, I did this, and then at the end, I'm here because that is the way I did in India and everything was fine. But no, here they want that whatever that person wants to listen, you revolve the story around them, around the topic they want you to talk about. So it's about the conversation, it's about the judgment of the personality. So this is just a snapshot. If you are comfortable, if you want, take a screenshot, take a photograph of this, because here I just want you to put your thoughts into the first section and the last section. The scenario we usually are in versus the outcome impact we want. Rest everything is blur. Rest everything is trainable. Rest everything I am there for you. If you're fumbling in court argument, the result can be either you lose the case or you win it. What does client want? What do you want out? The outcome impact is what do you want out of that particular interaction? You can either lose, you can either win, but you want that client to come back to you each and every time. So just take a shot of this and think about it whenever you are sitting and thinking about this session. Because the moment you realize your start point to the end point, your journey will be really comfortable. I see that most of you are young, most of you are students or young lawyers around the globe, but you have the ability to get trained. The legal education throughout the world, now I can say because I'm in 4 of the big nation of the world, the law schools are per se not teaching between the lines into performance. How would you perform? How would you give the best to whatever you're preparing for? So you are young, and yes, you can prepare well. Moving forward would come to the same person, Tina. Now her mindset has changed completely. How? She hasn't mugged up whatever we did, all the shifts. No. She has trained herself and brought her thoughts in a better position. Now, with all the thoughts, she has now created a new system. A system which she banks upon every single time she is interacting in her profession. So now I'm going to tell you a couple of tools which you can practice, exercise, use on your day-to-day basis to reach where Tina has reached. And Tina is a real person, guys. I'll tell you who she is. A tool that changed everything. So, but tell me one thing, pop it in the chat section, or admin, if you can just randomly unmute one of the participants, because I really want to know that is final performance everything, or do we need to work on something other than performance to show our confident self out in the public? Can you just unmute one of the participant?
Guys, whoever wants to say anything, you
Please
can just
unmute.
unmute.
Please, the
Um,
question again. Sorry.
Sorry?
he's asking you to repeat the question.
Okay, so the question is that is confidence and performing in high stake conversation only the magic wand a lawyer needs, or does it start from somewhere else? what would you do in particular? What is the foundation of any preparation?
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. Yes, I believe that even though confidence is very much important and is something that every lawyer needs, but then it doesn't just begin with confidence alone. Confidence begins from somewhere. And I believe to be confident, you need certain foundations. And
Yes.
one of the foundation I would first mention is the foundation of preparation.
Correct. Yes.
When you so much have prepared and you know what you really want to talk about, then it sort of builds some confidence in you because you know your material, you know what you are about. You are not beating about the bush, you are not wondering what to say. So the confidence can be derived from the information available to you, and which is based on your level of preparation. And then, secondly, I would also say that another foundation that is very important and very much needed is the ability to speak, the skill in presentation. And it's something that we all need to uh, build. It doesn't come naturally, it comes by practice. How
Yes.
to present what you know to people for them to understand as a lawyer, especially in courtroom and all of that. So that's the little I understand about the question. Thank you so much.
Well articulated. And thank you so much. You've solved a big, bigger part of my problem in explaining about what when will this system, which I'm going to share with you, help. So this system is going to help you only when your foundation of preparation is strong. Now, the problem my students faced, which I want to share with you right now, is, and especially I'm talking about my US students because they came up with this problem and I had to identify a solution for them. So they asked me that, Charu, with AI hovering upon us, it's inevitable. There was a time we would think as a lawyer, and especially Indian public would still, resonate with it, that we don't have a strict regulation or guideline about the admissibility of whatever we present AI generated. Yeah. So clearly, I have divided the AI component of researching, which I don't want to get into, to AI part of streamlining your case management workforce. This is the system I have built from scratch. Just to simplify, right from the beginning of client entering your office, talking to you with all the resources he has in hand, all the timelines, all the issues he's facing, till you representing him in the court of law. I have created 5 prompt AI system which will help you transient with the help of normal AI, ChatGPT, Claude, whichever you use, with all the red flags and all the hand holding and 90% free from hallucination. So this is the system what Tina used. This is the system which I'll share with you at the end of the session. But let's go on the tool which she built after this foundation of preparation was rock solid. Tool number 5. Okay, this is all about Ria's, which now we call as Tina's life, which is one of ours. She's doing everything what we are doing, la la la, blah blah blah. But the tools which helps her is here. Her secret is out. The real life Tina slash Ria, because I used Ria with when I was preparing this presentation, is this. Let's begin. Number 1 is tool number 5. Whenever, this is something you can do right now, this is something you can do whenever you feel that you're getting nervous, is box breathing. This is no new science, this is nothing that I have invented or you don't know about, but this is a game changer. This actually fools our nervous system into believing that we are okay. There's no trigger coming and creating cortisol havoc in our body. For those who don't know, box system activates parasympathetic nervous system, which actually just calms us. Your legal journey is just starting. You will have n number of experiences on ad hoc basis where you're not even prepared that some conversation like or interaction like this is going to happen 5 minutes down the lane. But this system is a savior. This system saved Tina as well. Is simply breathe in for 4 counts, stop for 4 counts, breathe out for 4 counts, and then just hold it for 4 counts. That's it. It's very simple. I've created this pink line so that in your mind you can imagine these lines while you're doing it. If you feel uncomfortable, don't do it. That's okay. But 4 rounds of this will automatically soothe your brain, soothe your nervous system. This is known as box breathing. This is a tool which is known to all, used by few. But if you have a notebook right now, or if you have a pin board behind your workstation, force yourself to do it each and every time when you begin your professional day. It just takes a couple of minutes, but it sets your nervous system in the best possible way. I will suggest you to do it whenever you are anticipating yourself to be going into any uncomfortable situation which might make you nervous. This will help you. These tools are non-negotiable. These tools are well trainable. These tools are fully experimented research tools. However small they look, they work. I use this with my 5-year-old daughter, my 10-year-old daughter, with myself, with law students, with lawyers as well, experienced lawyers of 15 to 20 years. It works with each one of them. This was my tool number 5. Let's come to tool number 4. Okay, so she's Tina. Tina is here. Take 30 seconds and kindly please raise your hand. I want one of you again to be on mic and tell me, what do you perceive if you see this particular lady or personality in front of you? What thoughts will you have after judging her demeanor? Can you just quickly unmute yourself and speak to me in 30 seconds? What do you perceive? What do you think? What is your judgment towards the personality which is in front of you? Yeah, someone?
Yes, no need, no requirement to raise hands. You can just unmute and
Perfect.
Yes, please. Can I go ahead?
Yes, please do.
Yes, thank you for the opportunity. It's me again,
Oh,
Advocacy.
lovely.
Thank you. From the look of the picture, I think that I was trying to read the inscription over there, and it it presupposes that Tina is somewhat surprised and doesn't know what is really happening. And then when I read the inscription, um, she seems to be in a certain dilemma, which stands to mean that her thoughts have not really been communicated well, and she has not been understood in a way. And so she's perplexed of what to do and what to say. She's not able to convince the judge. That's how I see the whole situation. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much. So the demeanor we want to judge is, yes, as rightly said, but just the body language. Can you see? slouchy, shivery. She's panicking. She's not able to articulate herself. She must have prepared well, but she's not able to speak. Her sentences are mismatched, ill formed. Her hands, her body language. Now, just do a quick scan and look at your body language and look at my body language. So, because I am the speaker right now, I am well postured. My neck is straight, my shoulders are squared, my spine is straight, my hands are working because I am at the position of speaking. But because you are the speaker and you're not in front of the camera, you can be at ease. You're allowed. But if I just switch off my video, do you think I'll be able to communicate the same way if I sit in a very slouchy, on my sofa, blanket on kind of position? No. The answer is no. The difference you will see now is in the posture. Definitely in the preparation, because that's the foundation, definitely the way of communication. I have one specific course where I'm toning up the communication skills, especially for the lawyers. It's not a general course. But you fool your body by giving it an impression of, I own this place, I own the position, the space I'm standing on is mine, and the person I want to get into conversation with needs to listen because I am speaking what he wants to hear. You get my point? You get all the things what we are trying to connect. So mindset shift is runs in the background. We need not take any effort, but these tools, the box breathing when we were outside the court or outside the situation in anticipation of a nervous situation, to when we are in the situation, the body language that also does non-verbal communication to the person, to the audience who wants to listen to you. Let's go to tool number 3 now. So this is the power posture. And the science behind this is that body language affects nervous system and how others perceive us. So for authority, whenever you are speaking and you want to form your authority, it looks like this. Whenever you want to be approachable to your clients, to your juniors, to people who want you as their guiding light, be approachable. Don't stand like an 80s villain with cigar on your in your mouth and just rolling around and creating a kind of an invisible glass ceiling and glass wall in front of you and the person who wants your help. Be approachable. Your language should change, your body language should change, because there you want to make the person comfortable first. There are places where you want to create respect, earn respect, give respect. Transform yourself over there. Bridging this would come tool number 3. These are the anchor phrases. This is something we've already done. So this is nothing new, but I am connecting and I have put it on number 3 because this is something when you repeat continuously, it will calm and center you, especially in the crisis management situation when you are blank. These mental grounding things will bring you back in the scene. In the court, you're here to clarify, not perform. We have done everything. We have done this as well. We are negotiating and we are with the pairs. Take a photograph of it. I have a cheat sheet which I've created. I can send it across and by whenever we get to communicate next. Okay, so I'm very much active on LinkedIn and I share these tools and tips and my upcoming webinars or my courses. If you want to just stay connected, that's the best place and you'll find me over there every time. So these are the mental grounding sentences which if you repeat in your head, you will come to this session again. Your thoughts will come into this session, these 1.5 hours which you are training yourself for. This is your tool number 3. But the power is to create your own grounding statements. So what you do is, if you have a pen and paper, you can do it right now, or else again you can take a screenshot or come back to this recording because this is going live on YouTube, is to create your own grounding statement, because all of our fears are different. I'm able to articulate my thoughts, but I feel nervous before I start. So my fear is different. Your fear could be blanking out. Somebody else's fear could be, I don't know how to recoup. There are plenty of us, what they do is that whenever they are being attacked by opponent or someone, person of the authority, they simply circle back in the same tone. You get my point? I just want to prove my point. I'll just speak the way I want to. This is it. This is it. You take my point. You take my point. Even after knowing that that person is wrong, there you do not know how to get out of that loop. That fear is something else. And I've treated so many of us for this particular fear of not going around the bush when you have known that you are wrong, when you have realized that you're not prepared for this. How to create yours is first identify your core fear. All right. My fear is that, like, for example, when my legs were trembling, took my hand up and I realized that, oh, I have ability to speak well in crisis management, but my body language is shivery. That is my fear. Then you write the opposite truth, taking all the mindset shift we have learned till now, that it's okay. I'll stand up, I'll speak, I'll sit back. No, nothing else. I'm not there to impress anyone. I'll expose myself more and more to situation where my body language becomes calmer. Make that particular sentence short. Like mine would be, I will expose myself to such situation. I will not stop raising my hand just because my legs are trembling. All right. And then repeat these 5 words or sentence 3 times before the interaction, because what will happen, your mind will already be aware of the fear you're going to encounter, and it will be in a very relaxed position that I know dude, I know how to get over with it. Create yours. Comes to tool number 2. This is the most important tool in my opinion, because there is one golden word which I will tell you which works wonderful. Whenever you want to get into recovery mode, means you're stumbling, you're out of thoughts, you've been attacked in a way you were not prepared for, which will happen. You cannot be prepared for 100 of things which can happen in future. The question, the solution lies in, can I recover? Can I come back? The golden word which I want you to just write wherever it is visible in front of you is pause. Imagine a situation where you are in an argument, in an altercation with someone. There is an argument, debate going on here, there, this, that. And the conversation is not going in any productive manner or any solution. And nobody wants to put their guard down. Nobody wants to calm their ego. Everyone is still like, I will say, I will say, I will say. Your superpower is to pause at that time. Now, what's going to happen? When everyone is shouting, you'll take a pause. And the moment you've taken the pause, you have taken the power from other people to accuse you of anything. They will probably speak 2 more sentences and they'll say, oh my God, this person is not responding. Oh my God, Tina is quiet now. What do I do? Now, what do I answer? Tina is taking that pause. You take that pause and you acknowledge the situation in a second or two. And that will happen in a second or two. Our brain is a super brain at that time, whenever we want to come back on anything. You just imagine yourself getting into any argument with any person, and how quickly you form the dialogues or reasoning or hypothesis and objectives, and everything is well formed because our brain is working really hard at that time. So you take a pause, you just stop talking, you acknowledge. So in the cheat sheet which I have prepared, there are terms of acknowledgement like Mr. So and so, Miss So and so. I realize the point you are mentioning over there, but I have evidence to prove my thoughts as well. If you give me the permission, I'll present my thought process in a better way. Or if you do not know the answer, you again pause. You acknowledge. Acknowledgement is really important because you know what's going to happen. The moment you acknowledge, other person will think, "Oh, now he's saying that I'm right." No, I'm just acknowledging your point because I respect at the authority with which you are speaking, because the other person is also a learned person. Yeah, I acknowledge that whatever you are speaking can be right, but let me come back for it. Let me just do my research if I don't have the answer right now. And you recover. Everything just gets settled. Use this even at home or wherever you get chance. Don't get into any fight, but whenever you see there is some heated conversation, or there is some kind of argument, or there is some place where you're not able to recover, just pause. Pause is the golden word over here. Please use it. I train this in my courtroom confidence, and this is a game changer. Now bringing back to Tina, because it's these are all the tools she uses to somewhere where you can now know who Tina is. This particular setup is out of her experience. This particular setup is not researched on paper. This is well implemented because Tina has implemented this. Because Tina is talking to you right now. But is it possible that what I have learned since 20 years of my life, and I have put into this 1.5 hour session, is it possible you to learn in one go? No. I won't divert you in saying something like that yes you can. No, it will not happen. But then what can you do? Let us just first look into this tool number 1, which tops the chart, because this gives you a superpower of incorporating whatever you have learned into your life. This will not happen in one day. This will not happen in 1 week. But if you create a pre-interaction ritual, you will be there sooner than me. Because it is all about consistency. The more you do it, the more it will be part and DNA and ingrained in your personality, the more you will be able to reflect back upon. Why ritual works is that they activate our confidence nervous system that becomes part of our personality. We are lawyers. Why are we expected to be outspoken and extrovert and everything which a perfect orator usually should be? No, I can be an a quiet, a shy person and be an excellent lawyer because I have a ritual which eludes confidence. But when I go back home or when you see me in my personal space, you'll find me that I'm not that social person as you see or interpret or perceive me when you see me in the court, because I have trained myself. So this is sample ritual by context. Take a photograph, screenshot, or come back to the video whenever you want to, because this is my sample ritual. I do box breathing, I review my opening line, I have my power posture and my anchor phrases all ready. The same you can apply before court.
Mom, what's box breathing?
Box breathing, I have already shared as tool number 5. So if you go back to the recording after this gets over, you'll be able to see that in that particular section. Before the client call. So this everything is out of my personal notebook. Okay. So I don't want you to just copy what this is. You make your own system. You make your own secret system, which can be different depending upon the fear you are having. Okay. So feel free to come back to this recording and go slow and create. Always use a notebook and pencil, or a place where you can see, do, scribble, and create. All right. This is my thing. When I'm representing clients over here in UK, I do this. I'm on a call, I do this. I negotiate in my peer-to-peer event or networking. This is my personal walkthrough. This is my system. You can create your own. If you need help, I'm there for you. LinkedIn is open. Just shoot me a message. I'm always there to help. So I want you to now just go in the chat section and quickly write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I won't take more time. Coming to one more poll. Which mindset shift is hardest for you? Do you will you be comfortable going from judgment to service? Will it be easy for you to get into clarity phase rather than chasing perfection? This is the hardest for me. For me, number B is the hardest. What I do is when a project is there which just demands 30 minutes of my time and nothing to brush up, I get into for 5 hours because I chase perfection. I want that particular PDF to be just picture perfect. Why? That particular respondent or audience does not need that. They just need clarity if something comes up. I do my counseling over here. I counsel citizens over here, and I get into detailed discussion when they just want one particular clarity. So this was hardest for me, but now I would say that I'm like 80% there. All right. So, as I promised, I will now lead you from this section to knowing or judging, analyzing yourself, that how do you feel right now if I asked you to make important call to, let's say, your head teacher, your principal, your dean, your senior, your co-counselor, your mentor. Will you be in a better situation, or will you still struggle? Think, just get into, because if you are even an inch forward to what you were when you started this session, we have justified the time, we have justified the efforts we have put in to get into this session. Coming to next is, as we all have analyzed and we said a yes on the foundation, the preparation part is very important. And I have briefed you about this course, which is my one-on-one, hands-on live session, which I train the students for case intake summary, like